So I'm really trying to figure out what I should be doing, with my life, with my purpose, with all of this information that I've gathered over the last several years. So just a quick introduction. My name is Nikki. I randomly started feeling intense daily chronic pain every single day of every day. I started feeling it like it was awful. It was like full body inflammation, and it would, like, my shoulders would hurt, and then my it would cause migraines, and I just was not able to function. Like it was like it hurt my it was like sciatica everywhere. That's the only way I can really even describe it. And I just could not escape this pain. And it started when I was about, I don't know, 22, 23 or so. And I was trying to get answers. I went to some doctors, not like any like crazy specialists, because like I didn't have money for that type of thing. I was on like state insurance at that time, and I was like researching. I was trying massage therapy. I was going to the chiropractor. And I think chiropractor made it worse for the most part, but I was just doing anything and everything that I could possibly do, and nothing was working. And like I could not get answers. No one could give me answers, and so I refused to I refused to live in pain. Like I did not accept that reality. And even though I woke up with pain every single day, I was like, I'm not accepting this. And so I went on this long journey of healing my body. I moved back to Indiana. I was living in California at the time, and I was just able to really slow down and dive deep into studying the body. I started getting into yoga, hot yoga specifically, and I started feeling some relief, but that was kind of fleeting because it was like I had to go do yoga to get a little bit of relief, but it wasn't like fully fixing it. And then I ended up coming across a yoga teacher training, which was done by a physical therapist named Laura Hyman, and she blends physical therapy techniques with yoga. And so I did her training and got certified through her, and her teachings really taught me a lot about anatomy and functional movement and proper posture, like not just like the basic like roll your shoulders back, keep your everything back, keep your chest up, all this shit, that basic stuff that doesn't make sense if you don't know what that actually means, like all these little nuanced things that need to be engaged in order for everything to fall in place properly. So I got a really good foundational understanding of the body through that training, and I just became obsessed with learning about myofascial release. And I ended up dating somebody, and like they like their career was doing that type of body work. And so while I was dating them, I learned a ton from them. Even like I learned a lot about from them, and I gained a lot of body awareness from being worked on a lot, and then also being taught how to work on people. And so I had like a ton of informal training. And then I started doing trainings on my own and just studying on my own. And over the course of several years, it's like I would get 1% better every day, it seemed, and I was able to heal my chronic pain. I no longer deal with chronic pain. I I used to get migraines like several times a week, and it's like they destroyed the quality of my life. I was like, I could not plan anything, because it's like if I got a migraine, it's like I would not enjoy going and doing what I was doing. And I was able to heal those. And also the chronic pain, like I mentioned, like the full body pain. And I was born with a mild case of scoliosis, and I was able to fully correct that as well. And then also just becoming like stronger in my body, and cultivating body awareness for dancing, and freeing so much trauma from my body, and becoming such a different person. Like the difference in who I am and how I present myself in this world is so different from when I started my healing journey back in, I don't know, like 2019 or something like this. And I'm a completely different person. Like I wouldn't even want to like talk to the old version of me. Not that I was a bad person, I wasn't, but I was very mature, very logical and all these things, but I didn't have full awareness of things that I do now. And so there's a big spiritual component to all of this as well. And so I've really expanded my spiritual perspectives and just the way I look at things, the way I look at circumstances, relationships that I've been in, how much I learn from every relationship or friendship that I have, and I extract these really deep, significant spiritual meanings from them. And all these different interactions help me to grow so significantly as a person and like as a soul. And I just want to share what I've learned and how I've grown, and I want to be able to help other people. I can't quite pinpoint how to do it. And so I'm just going to throw this out there, and I'm just going to start posting stuff just kind of authentically. And it might kind of sound like I'm just talking about me. I really just don't know how else to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I've tried in the past to experiment with like, oh, if you have headaches, or if you do this, if you have this, do this. If you do this, like, I've tried that type of thing, and it's so fucking hard for me to create that type of content and that type of structure. And I feel more authentic when I just speak from my own experiences bluntly, and I also offer different perspective possibilities. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this out there, and I'm gonna commit right now to just putting stuff out there. And if people have questions, that would be great, because like then I can just kind of like pinpoint specific topics and things like this. But yeah, my goal and my desire is to help and to serve, and I just don't quite know how exactly I'm supposed to do that. I've acquired, like I mentioned, I've acquired all this knowledge. I've healed my body through myofascial release, through correcting my posture, like massively correcting my posture, not just sitting up straighter. Like, I've always like sat up straight, like I've always done that, but like really, really horrible posture habits, like really bad things that were causing chronic pain in my body. And my eye is so sensitive to posture now that when someone complains about pain, I'm like, yeah, I can see it in your body. You know what I mean? Like respectfully, I can see it. It's like you're leaning forward, like you're leaning so forward, your pelvis is tilted anteriorly, like extremely. Like, it's no wonder that your back is hurting. You know, it's no wonder that your shoulders are rounded. You know, it's like your heart is guarded, all of this stuff, and then that's putting tension on your neck, and then it's making you have headaches and all this stuff. And so it's like I have all this knowledge. I have a significant feeling intelligence as well, and I just want to help. I just want to help. I don't know how, so I'm just gonna start winging it, and then hopefully it'll just come together at some point. Because I feel like if I would have just started doing this a couple years ago at this point, it's like how far I would have been. But I've just been overthinking it. I've been experimenting with all these different ways of creating content, all these different ways people say that I should make content, because you know, it's going to grab attention, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, it's going to, you know, you can't make it so me-centered, you know. But it's like, honestly, I feel like personally, whenever I listen to people, I like listening to people's personal stories. Like, even whenever I was on my journey of healing, I would get on Reddit and like I would just like read through people's stories, and then I would pick up little things that they would say, and then I would go research those little things. So it's like I learn from people's experiences, and I take a lot of value in people's personal experiences. And so I'm just going to do that. I feel like that's going to be the most authentic way. I feel like me trying to create like a script or like an outline of like making things, it just doesn't work for me. It just doesn't work for me. I have to accept that. And I tend to bounce all over the place when I speak about things, because there's just so many different areas of healing modalities and spiritual concepts that I've studied, that they're all very significant to all these different moving pieces and factors in our lives. And so I just don't think structure works very good for me. Like, even in my everyday life, I'd be super unstructured, but that just seems to make me, I just function best in chaos, I guess. So yeah, here's my intro video, and I have a YouTube. I only have a couple videos on there. I had more at one point, but I deleted them all. So yeah, follow me on YouTube, because I do intend to like post like long form content there. Follow me here on TikTok. But yeah, welcome to my TED Talk.